What it do, family? We back again with podcast 3, man. I had some malfunctions yesterday, so this part 2, episode 3. Um, I don't know kind of where I left off. Um, the protagonist and the antagonist, bro. I think we need to start taking our lives more serious. I got a lot of things to say, bro. I think we should start off with, man. Let's just start off with the beginning. Uh, so one, I'm gonna start off with this for all my atheists or non-believers. Um, so about dinosaurs. Dinosaurs was in the Bible. Those dinosaurs wasn't named dinosaurs at the time. There was things called behemoths, or yeah, I forget the other word for it. It start with a L, but basically they described the dinosaur as a large reptile with a cedar-like tail. Cedar is a tree. Thing is about these large reptiles, um, uh, I haven't seen one with a tail that was like a tree. All right. Obviously, I know that animals extinct over time, this and that. But what I'm saying is there is obviously a depiction of a dinosaur. Okay. With that being said, let's start off with Genesis. So, me, I'm a rational Christian, bro. Like, I'm still trying to find out how to believe everything in the Bible. Um, but yeah, let's start off with Genesis, bro. Say, so God created a lot. Let me go get my Bible real quick so we can make sure I'm not misquoting. But really, what I'm trying to talk about is day 6. On day 6, God created animals, all the land animals, and man. So right then and there, he said that we were created at the same time. Uh, where I think a lot of evolutionists get behind or lose track is that they think that we had life here 65 to 85 million years ago, billion, whatever many years ago. But I'm here to say the world is very young, bro. The world is very young, bro. They found dinosaur flesh. I can go look that up. There was like soft tissue, dinosaur flesh, to where you pull it out and it go back like flesh. So this shows that the world is very young. How I would explain the age of these fossils? I would like to say that water deteriorates things. So I think that water made these fossils age differently from what we believed that they would. So, like, while we think that these fossils are 4,000 years old or whatever the case may be, some people may think it's 65,000 years, million years, or whatever the case may be old because of the flood. The flood with Noah's Ark. Now, let me get into Noah's Ark, bro. People also have a problem with believing that Noah would have fit so many animals on this ark. But when you think about how many animals there were at the time, God just said a kind of animal. Like, so it didn't have to be an exact animal. And these distinct, like, we have more different animals, I guess, now than we did back then, or whatever the case may be. Obviously, things extinct. What I'm trying to say is, like, you would take a mule and that would represent a horse, donkey, etc. So you would take all these kinds of animals and you would take the baby of these animals because why would you take the old big ones on the boat? You would take the babies so they can grow, and by the time the flood's over, they would be able to reproduce. So I hope that explains Noah's Ark. So there's a lot after that, um, but it's all in the Old Testament. Uh, the things, and this is where. So the thing about the Old Testament and New Testament, the Old Testament uh, is a promise that the Messiah will come, that Christ will come, and he will eventually, show us him. The New Testament is that promise to tell you that this man has already came, he just came and showed you him. So it kind of confuses me when people believe in the Old Testament and not the New Testament. Like that's literally what you're working for. That's what you're reading for. That's what you're longing for. Um, yeah. So with that being said, bro, the creation of man, Adam and Eve. Another thing I find very odd is that the same time that people like to say that we evolved into humans, ironically, is the same time that God or Christians believe that God put humans on Earth. As a rational Christian, I feel like you gotta question, these type of things. So I looked into evolution, bro, and I just feel like the more you get into it, it don't make sense because you get down to that nothingness. Something was created from nothingness. My answer for that is God, a supernatural. Your answer for that is nothing. Like you literally have nothing to explain it. So then, once you believe in the supernatural or believe in creation of life, you can believe in Christ. Then I'll get into that. You ain't gotta directly get into that right now. I ain't forcing it, but I'm gonna get into that. So once you take Adam and Eve and God placed the man here the same time he placed the rest of stuff. And then he created woman because the man needed a companion and animals weren't enough for him. So he created woman, Eve. After that, we chose to eat from the tree of knowledge. Uh, and that's where stuff got real. That's where stuff got real. See, life is kind of like a game, bro. Life is like a box of chocolates. Life is like a game, bro. Uh, to where he just like put us here, to see what will happen. Like he created us for good, and at the beginning, everything was very good. But somehow, one of his very good archangels, he created the heavens before the earth, heavens and earth around on the same day, but heavens before the earth. One of his archangels, or one of his angels, I mean, Lucifer, somehow turned bad. And I think that's kind of where I get lost at. It's like, how did we let the bad get in? All right, so that's when we get to talking about free will or freedom of choice. God loves us, bro. He is the creator. So he gave everybody and everything freedom of choice. Not everything, like whatever. Like not this phone. Kinda. I forced it to be up there, but that mother probably couldn't stop recording. uh he gave all of us the freedom of choice. And we had somebody rebel against that. Okay. All right. So then the creation of Earth and Adam. Now, Adam was created and Eve was created and the tree of knowledge was there. I think I read something like trees weren't even around when dinosaurs was or something like that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I believe it or not. I know they have vegetation somehow. Well, that's exactly what I'm getting into. Like what I'm saying is, I believe it was all created how the Bible said it was. So, anyways, the tree of knowledge was created, and we ate an apple from the tree, and now we have too much knowledge to be peaceful, to be away from sin. Um, like we know about too much. Like God asks. So basically, Adam and Eve hid from God once he came back. Once he found out that they ate from the tree, and he asks, like, "Why are you hiding? Where are you?" Basically, and okay, first he asked, "Where are you?" And then they came out. He said, "Why are you hiding?" And then basically they was like, "Cause we naked." He's like, "How do you know you naked? Where did you find that out?" Like, you wouldn't feel shameful and be hiding if you didn't disobey or eat from the tree of knowledge. So, with that being said, I don't know. I feel like a lot of our sins, not really like come from knowledge, but in a way, at least some of them do. But with that being said, ooh, God, give me the life. But with that being said, sin entered the world, the wrongdoing entered the world. So God said, you know what? Since y'all want to listen to that, I'm gonna curse you to eternity, and you can tell me how good living the way you want to is going. Like what the outcome would be if you live the way you want to, the game of life. Um, yeah, so he gave us that freedom of choice. You can live the way you want to, or you can live the way I say. So yeah, that's where it started, bro. That's where it started, and ever since then, we've been messed up, bro. We've been messed up. I ain't gonna lie, I got a bone to pick with them boys when we get up there. They might not be up there, but and I might not even make it. I believe in Jesus though, so I'm gonna make it. But yeah, bro, life is real, bro. Jesus is real. So let's get into the resurrection, bro. Dreaming like let's get into the resurrection, bro. So I think we can all agree that Jesus of Nazareth was a real human. Some of us think he's a god. Some of us only think he's a human, but we can all agree that Jesus of walked Nazareth walked this earth. Not bad. I keep messing with this camera, y'all. Like I said, third episode. Let me get used to the. Let me get used to the stuff. But the shenanigans. So Jesus of Nazareth is a real person, bro. We can acknowledge that. So now, with that being said, now that we acknowledge that this person walked the earth, and we have witnesses, but we can acknowledge that he walked the earth. Now we got to get into his life, because if we can acknowledge that he is real, we should see if what he said was real. Jesus claimed to be God. I think that's where Muslims get lost. A lot of other whatever. He claimed to be God. The reason that I believe that Jesus is God is one because he said so. Two, because I think that God genuinely wanted to give people a second chance. And he was like, you know what? Adam and Eve messed y'all up at the beginning, but I got somebody that I'm going to send to y'all, which is me. Another, well, not me like him, but God. Like, God is going to send himself down here to be like, hey, I'm going to show you me again. Because if we can believe in God slash the supernatural, then what is stopping him from coming down here in human form? Like, obviously, he wouldn't need to do that, but that's the best relationship. He gonna show you that he could. And I like, okay, let me give you this analogy for all my athletes. Y'all be saying like, bruh, I know I done said this a few times. Coach got me running this hill while he don't come run this mug with us. That's the same thing though, bro. Same thing. Like, he knew that we was gonna be like, bro, like, why don't you come down here with us, basically? And so he did. And I believe that's who Jesus was. And I believe that man died for our sin. The sin that we were built with, born with. Um, I'm gonna say this, and it might rustle a few feathers, but like homosexuality, murder, lust, uh, rape, idolatry, all this is sin. And yeah, it's a real touchy subject. I love my homosexual people. I love my homeboys that lust. I love myself that lust. I love all these people. We were born with this sin. Just like you were born to like the opposite sex, I was born not to lust after, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying though. Like, I wasn't born to lust after the opposite sex, but it just so happened that I did. So I can't act like that's right just because I was born into that. Like, I have to acknowledge, you know, my sin. With that being said, it is what it is in a way because we are all sinners. The one without a sin, please cast a stone. We all are sinners. We all were born with some type of sin, whether that be greed, wanting money, or something too much, gluttony, eating something too much, lust, strong desire, or idolization in a way, um, pride, thinking that you are above all these sins, or that you can't talk to somebody because they too broke, or whatever the case may be. Um, Wrath, being angry for no reason, bro. I mean, being angry in general is probably bad because 9 times out of 10 it's probably just a misunderstanding. But you know, wrath, envy. I didn't say envy. Getting mad or being on socials all the time talking about this and that. I wish I was in Cancun. I wish I was in whatever. Like, bro, enjoy your life, bro. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's no such thing, no such thing. Yeah, that's the Jermaine Cole. Um, envy, lust, greed, wrath, pride, gluttony, and sloth. Just sleeping all the time, taking life for granted. All these things kind of take life for granted. It got a common narrative. I'll explain that a little bit more. But all these things take life for granted. Um, Laying around too much. Think that's all there is to life. Just sleeping. No. Lusting after women, lusting after weed. You think all women, all it is just women to this life? No. being angry. You think something that matters to you so much is worth you getting mad at this person. No. I could keep going, bro. I could keep going, bro. But listen, man. I think it's time for us to take this stuff serious. I think that we are so off track. Let me talk about the protagonist, antagonist again, bro. I think the antagonist, devil, Lucifer, the man that's the ruler of this world, he told God, like, bro, these people don't want you. I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna show you. Like, and God was like, bet, bro, take your tail down there and see what you can do. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you, I got some boys out there that's gonna stand strong, and that's what I believe I'm doing. That's what I believe we all should do. Is stand strong, bro. Stand strong, bro. My bad. I was gonna pull out the easy P. Oh, you got a G P, bro. I believe that it's our time more now than ever to stand strong, bro. Because there's so much trying to get us away that we don't even know. We so desensitized to being a human, or we don't even know that we had a creator or that we far from God. Like we so in our phones or smoking all the time, high all the time, drinking all the time, or watching social media or at work, or like you always doing something that's not letting you love the life that you were fully given. Maybe you do enjoy these things. That's the thing with the antagonist. He gonna give you things that you think you enjoy, that the flesh enjoys. But it's more, it's deeper than that, bro. This world's spiritual, bro. It's it get real. It's spiritual. I mean, like, bro, if you think, to all my Christians out there that just heard that, cast a stone if you haven't sinned. Um, if you think that we plants, animals, humans, whatever, is all it is to this universe and the other universes and solar systems, all that, you crazy, bro. You're crazy. It takes. I feel like it takes more faith to believe in that because that you believe in yourself so much that we're just, you know. What I'm saying is, bro, there has to be something bigger out there. There has to be some type of supernatural, bro. At the beginning, God said, "Let there be light." Same thing y'all say with the Big Bang. Some light just happened and created life. Like, come on, bro. Listen, bro. Listen, bro. This stuff real, bro. And I feel like uh, all these things is meant to take us off our path, bro. Like, that's why I kind of don't knock too many like religious people. More so, I guess my atheists. But like, I don't knock too many religious people because at least if you believe in some type of higher power, like you believe that somebody gave you the free gift of life. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. We have a free gift. We are here living. You are looking at me right now, listening to me right now, because you have a gift of life. Like, whether you think that that's the God that I believe in, or whether you think that's algae or aliens or wherever we came from, somebody gave us life. What we're kind of trying to get at, us Christians, is saying the person that gave you that life is God. That deity, whatever, that energy that gave you life is God. All right. I think we're making progress, bro. I think we're making progress. I hear y'all listening. Y'all feeling me, bro. I feel it. Thing is, some people gonna hear this, bro, and completely neglect it. Some people gonna hear it and actually look into it. Some people gonna hear it and take what I say into consideration and actually believe it. My thing is, I'm gonna tell you this regardless, bro, because I love you, and I don't want to see nobody going down the wrong path or whatever the case may be when I knew the truth. Same way, your mom don't want you walking in the street because she know cars might hit you, not because she don't want you to have fun, bro. Not because she don't love you, but because she knows it's dangerous if you just live out here naively, thinking that they're, bro. That's another big thing with evolution, bro. If evolution is just evolution, then life is deemed meaningless. There is no purpose to life if there is no God. Like if we are created by algae and rocks or whatever the case may be that y'all believe, then it wouldn't matter. Like life wouldn't matter. And to some people, life is meaningless. I guess some people think life is meaningless, but that's what I'm trying to get to y'all, bro. Life is not meaningless. Like we got a purpose. We here for a reason. We all was put here for a reason. I think that reason is to love, to find your relationship with God, to understand. Although I didn't believe at first, I do understand that there is a creator. So I don't know, man. I just feel like you gotta take that more into consideration. That your life is very tangible, but at the same time, there's something about life that you just can't hold on to, if that makes sense. There's some unreal, some supernatural. Yeah, I think you get it. So I think things like people try to explain science, like science is the reason for this and that. I think science is a tool, bro, and God used science to create the world and the universe. I think science is very real, and I think it can explain a lot. I believe that it tells you, how many endorphins you got or dopamines or whatever the case may be. Like, oh, this is in your body. I think we were given a certain trait, a certain amount of science is in our body to create us to be humans. Like, I don't think animals is having this type of conversation because they don't have that type of science put into them. Intricate design. I don't think animals can go build a building because they don't have that type of science put into them. So yeah, the thing is with science, bro, it just explains the creation. It doesn't deem to be the creation. Because anytime you go back to evolution in the beginning, there's always nothing. So get what I'm saying, please, bro. Get what I'm saying. Um, Come on, dog. Amen. So be it, bro. So be it. I don't know, man. I feel like we got a lot of progress to make as humans. We got to get back to our roots. You was once born, like I said, you was born with sin, but you was once naive to it. You didn't know so much of these wrong things. You kind of learned them. You kind of, again, remember what I said. You didn't know. Tree of knowledge. You didn't know these wrong things. You kind of have to learn them. All right. Um, Again, with that being said, there's some things that are born into us. Like I think just the willing to sin is born into us. And Christ talks about that in the Bible if you want to look more into that. But for the most part, I think we have the choice to repent from the sin, but we have to find out what the sin is first. Like you can't just walk around life freely and unscathed, because then life would be meaningless. And if you think your life is meaningless, then you might as well just off yourself. And we just have no life. There's no point. Like, I mean, I could go smack somebody right now and then walk away. Like, I mean, I probably very much could do that, but they probably wouldn't let me walk away. You wanna know why? Because that means something to them. They feel like they was just disrespected, bro. Like, or whatever the case may be, bro. What I'm saying is, bro, intricate design, bro. There's no way that I'm coming to you right now, built from algae. Like I mean, yeah, we can get into the cells and all that other stuff, but what I'm saying is, all this had to come from something, bro. And that's the biggest argument that atheists fail to debunk, or whatever the case may be. Like, y'all haven't told me where algae come from or whatever before. Where does energy come from? You don't know. Space, where does space come from? You don't know. All right. Let me give y'all an analogy, bro. See, I already gave y'all an analogy, actually. Well, if you a new viewer and you watching episode 3 and you didn't watch part 1, probably should have watched that first. You could go watch it after this. You could stop right now and go watch it. But an analogy that I used in the part 1 was a speed limit. Uh, I'm a person that acknowledges the speed limit. You may be somebody that speeds and says F the speed limit. Whether you like it or not that there is a speed limit there still is one. Same thing, with the book of life, the book of law. So it's my job to tell you, hey, you're speeding, buddy. You're speeding. It's up to you or not if you want to slow down. Same, another analogy that I didn't give in the first episode. It's exclusive. This right here, exclusive. The firefighter, bro. So say you are crying to be rescued. It's a burning building. You're crying, and finally the firefighter comes, and this firefighter rescues you. Well, first, whether you like it or not, the firefighter's probably gonna try to rescue you. Okay, because you obviously need saving. Now, anyways, that would be like this firefighter rescuing you. Jesus, rescuing you. And you walking back into that burning building right back after he just pulled you out. Like, bro, listen. Listen, bro. Again, a non believer will never believe, Like, a non believer will always non believe. I can't speak to somebody who chooses to, like, I guess debunk everything I say. I mean, or maybe we can. I'm actually going to do that. I'm gonna have a lot of people on here, but I want rational people, bro. That's having conversations. That's actually thinking. Like I feel like it's very rational to believe that there's a supernatural. It's very irrational to believe that something was created from nothing without a supernatural. Hey, snaps, man. Give me some snaps. So look, I got a question, bro. People may or may not get to this. I may have to repeat it in another video. Why? So, if you created a human, what would you put them through for them to become strong? What would you put that human through for them to become patient? So that's why we battle the hardships in our life, bro. People don't understand why we battle hardships in our life, bro. And if God was real, then why this and that? It's because He wants that relationship with you, bro. He wants you to become strong. He wants you to become resilient. He wants you to become patient. If He just gave you all these things, like life wouldn't be fun. Life wouldn't be, you know, like life wouldn't. There would be almost no meaning to life. So there's a good and a bad, bro. He wants you to become patient and slow to anger. Yeah, bro. You gotta beat the enemy. You gotta beat the enemy. Make sure you're not playing on the enemy side. Because he is very smart. He's very strategical. He will put things, instill things in your life from a young age that has you not believing that there's a God. In the same way that people think that I'm indoctrinated or whatever the case may be into Christianity, maybe you indoctrinated into being agnostic or atheist. But again, I don't think I was indoctrinated to that. Maybe I was, maybe I'm not, maybe I wasn't. My mom did make me go to church when I was young, but I didn't like it. Like I was in there sleep all the time, waiting for the plates and this and that, trying to talk to. Then I went to school, a Christian school. I still didn't like it. I hated it even more after that because they telling me to go to church every day, bro. I mean, not every day. Sorry, Greenville, if y'all hear this, but like about 3 Bible studies week or whatever the case may be. Like it's too much, bro. For you know, I mean, maybe it's not. Maybe that brought a lot of people to Christ. But for me at the time, it was too much, bro. I didn't feel like listening to that stuff. What it was for me, bro, was I was a suicidal person, bro. I was literally on a ledge. I don't know if for all my St. Louis people, Highway 44, bro. I was literally on the ledge on the highway, bro, about to jump into traffic, oncoming traffic, bro. And as I sat there, bro, I just sat there thinking, like, what is the meaning of life? What? Why am I here? Why shouldn't I do this? Basically, and out of nowhere, something just like hit me, bro. It was just like a wave, like I almost fell back, like off of the damn ledge, not off of like into the tree, but like I was hit, bro. And something just told me like you have meaning, you have a life, you have purpose. And I just start getting like, for me, I just started getting like a movie of all these things of like my mom, my sister, my granny, just all these people loving me and whatever the case may be. And it's just like, it showed me the things that I haven't seen. I mean, the things that I have seen and the things that I haven't seen yet. I guess he didn't directly tell me, like, you haven't even seen the best yet, but he was showing me, like, you've seen a lot of good, so why are you sad in this moment? And for some people, they don't see that love that I experience from my family. And, you know, whatever the case may be, maybe you do experience love, but it's just not the love that you want to experience. I think that's worth staying out here. I think that's worth finding because if you kill yourself, you kill your chances for that. Like, like it's no, don't go chasing after it. It's gonna come to you, whatever the case may be, bro. I'm in the video right there. This video getting up, but I want y'all to come back, bro. Next week, I'm gonna have a few guests on here. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna have a few guests on here to talk to an evolutionist. We got an ex-convict coming on here. I got my pastor coming out here. Um, but yeah, bro. I want y'all to think about it. I want y'all to take y'all life serious. I want you to think, what if there really was a God? What if there is something supernatural? What's stopping you from believing that? And then whatever's stopping you from believing it, look it up a little bit more, bro. And I'm gonna see you on the next episode.